Hey folks, Odd here with your Outer World News. Current time is 12:16 a.m. May 31st, 2013. Alright, so here we go, folks. So, new virus called threat to the entire world. This is talking about the SARS virus. Sorry, Flash Player down, having a lot of computer problems again today. So just bear with me here, folks. Got a lot of crazy news to give you guys. This is from Quran 16 on May 30th, so it's just out. Talking about how SARS has already killed 40-some people and is spreading rampantly. So, remember remote viewers and all that stuff said about a worldwide virus threat pandemic towards the end or before something happened. Suspicious letters sent to President Obama and similar to ones by the sent to Bloomberg. This is from Mox News. So President Obama's getting similar type letters now being sent after they supposedly thought that they caught the one guy that did it in the first daggone place. Also, Wells Fargo forecloses on man's home because he paid it off in full. Now that's just not right. And this is from WW3. You know, that is just wrong. You know what I mean? It's just retarded what the world's coming to. You know, but check this out too. Expert warns IRS and media targeting scandals are cover-up for a much larger secret. I think we all know what that secret is. New World Order. Now, you guys have to look into this. You know, talking about Benghazi, you know, Libya, Syria, all this other stuff. Very interesting stuff there if you guys are interested in it. Also, FEMA sends me a third letter. I must sign and return by law. The New World Order is here. Living in grace. If you guys want to check into this. Now, there was a video out yesterday, and now I can't find it. I'm going to try to look for it again for you all about that they're thinking about bringing back the draft, forcing people back into the military. And I don't remember where I seen it, and I'm going to try to find it for you guys. Suppose that this person had a document or something on it, and if that's the case, watch out. But, you know, check this out. FEMA's sending letters to people. Now, supposedly, you know, he's in California, so we'll have to see where that goes. Also, what would happen if America gets hit with an EMP attack? This is from Disclosure Truth. Very interesting on showing you what would happen if we were to get hit with an EMP. How it would wipe out pretty much all of our technology in a matter of seconds. You know, if you guys want to look into that, very interesting. Also, Southside shootings in Chicago. 56-year-old among 4 killed, 11 more injured in overnight shootings. This is from Real News Now. The poorer the country gets, the crazier the crimes will become. So be prepared for that. You know, that's why I'm saying rapture is imminent. So be prepared. Get right with Christ. Also, the truth about the social contract and storm clouds gathering. You know, the social contract and the concept that the liberals and conservatives, you know, very barely, you know, and talks about all kinds of different things if you guys want to go ahead and look into it. Sorry, just trying to speed this through. Darpa's new battlefield, your brain. This is from InfoWars, talking about how Darpa's planning on... You ever seen that TV series called Continuum? How they put that chip inside that girl's head and all this stuff? Well, it's kind of like that, where they're going to be able to see everything you do. You won't be able to lie. All kinds of different things. You guys have to look into that. Very interesting. Also, Anonymous. #OpGitmo. So this is another operation from Anonymous if you guys want to look into it. Also, Realist News. Food stamps to get reduced. This is from JSNP4. If you don't think that we're in a financial crisis, think again. Because it's only going to be a matter of time before welfare and everything is wiped out. I mean, it's coming, folks. It's either one way or the other. But also, China cyber threat enormous. Targets U.S. critical infrastructure now. Now, all right. So first they stole F-35, F-18, USS Enterprise, whatever that helicopter airplane thing is. Our bunker buster missiles, a few other different type of missiles. Also, our surface-to-air missiles, low range and high range. Also, ship missiles. Yesterday, and then now they're targeting our critical infrastructure. We're going to war, folks. Even though our country's not telling us, we're going to war. So we need to be prepared for that. Russia and China to attack America, Israel to be cut. This is from Bear049. Very interesting read. Supposedly, God gave George Washington a vision a long time ago. George Washington spoke of this vision, talking about what he's seen. You have to watch this video. Very, very interesting. You know, a lot of likes, a lot of people talking about it, thanking him for this video. Check this video out. Very interesting stuff. Also, Russian missile shipment has reached Syria. It's from Mecca Electric. I'm pretty sure you guys already know about that. So here you go. Breaking. Syria fires on Turkey and Turkey fires back. Why? Because Syria now has their S-300s. Israel's going to strike soon. It's all about to just break loose. When I told you that the very first shots fired from Israel, or the second shots I should say, when they hit Syria, that World War III has already started, I wasn't lying. They're just waiting. It's already, the first shot's been fired. It's about to happen. So be prepared for that. Also, high strangeness. Girl is cured of cancer after coming in contact with a ghostly alien figure. Very interesting story. Title speaks for itself if you guys want to go ahead and look into it. It's from Andrew Heath. Also, Rapture Alert. Here's what could trigger Yellowstone's volcano from Paula Marie. A lot of likes, a lot of people looking into this. Very interesting video. She made a video the other day about it. You know, visions that God is telling her. You know, definitely look into that. But she's saying, like, she's seeing some big things, and I'm going to tell you what I'm starting to think now. But prophetic warnings coming upon the earth, part 1 of 2 from Ruby's Talk Table. She has a 2-part series if you guys want to look into it. Title speaks for itself. Also, signs of change the past week or so, May 2013, part 3. Hawky Davis channel, 1 week of all the weather phenomenons, just like I showed you guys earlier with 2013 is Strange, part 10, and then now Hawky Davis came out with his. You know, very interesting stuff in here about the tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, you know, and all this stuff. Very interesting if you guys want to check into it. Also, insane weather advisory, Independence, Kansas. This is from Alert News for you. It is the strangest weather thing I've ever heard. It starts going woo, 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 woo. And then it says, this is the police department of Kansas, blah, 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 blah. Or something, something, Kansas, with a severe weather warning. Why are the police doing the broadcasting now? That's what I'd like to know. Is it really a test? They're like, oh, severe storm. But is it really a test because martial law? So the police tried it now. Geological upheaval. 80-foot sinkhole causes headaches in Evanston, Alabama. Another sinkhole, you know, the one in D.C. Now this one, sinkholes popping up all over the place, folks. I'm telling you. Breaking news, tornado warnings for Gittrich in Chickasaw, Oklahoma. So that's 2 tornado warnings that have been issued from Alert News for you. A lot of tornadoes popping down today, you know, so take heed to that. Also, extreme weather, Hurricane Barbara floods Mexico, Southern Pacific, killing 2 men, heading towards the Gulf of Mexico. So be prepared, folks. You know, just crazy already, hurricanes hitting. So global volcanism, explosive eruptions at Mount Sakumanjama in Japan. What is this, like its 4th eruption this year? 3rd eruption this year? And it's erupting more violent than it was before? Just like Mount Etna? Yeah. I'm telling you, folks. Planet X Nibiru, Clash of the Gods, Gravitational Influence, Stereo B, Core 2, plus Soho Lasco C3 images. Astro Traveler, always interesting stuff from him if you guys want to look into it. You know how our gravitational field's being really screwed with right now. Also, Nibiru heartbeat. Remember that thing everybody's saying right now is Venus that's flying next to the sun when usually Venus is about down here? And it's like way up here this time. Very interesting if you guys want to look into it again. Like his viewpoint. Also, Black Star update 5/30/2013 from Torel03. So he's back. So I guess we'll see. I guess he might have came back a little too soon because stuff's about to get real. Also, 1.7 mile PHA asteroid 1998 QE2 has moon from Thor News. Also, Dabu7 did a piece on this, and a few other people did a piece on this, and I'm probably going to also do a piece on this because I'll get into it here in a minute. Let me go ahead and show you guys everything else on the news. You know, right now fireball reports are up to 50. I thought I heard another boom again tonight. I don't know what's going on. You know, now 73 reports. Look at that. It was at 24 reports when I first checked, and I upgraded it. It was at 50. Now it's at 73. So that's over a 15-minute span. You know, Kentucky, Ohio, North Carolina. A lot of them coming in. Ohio, West Virginia. You know, Ohio. There's another one on here from West Virginia too. Came on not that long after I heard what I heard. You know, what's going on with West Virginia getting all these? This will be like the 4th fireballer over here, man. Getting a little freaked out. Here you go. This is on Lunar Meteor Hunter's blog spot. You know, I'm going to refresh this here later. Check it out. Anything goes on, of course, you guys know I got you. Sorry about the past few days. A lot of computer problems. Current LASCO C2 image of our sun. No solar flare except for that C flare. Looks like the blues are back on, like I was saying earlier. No radiation storm, but we're still currently in an electron storm. Even the blues up over. Pitch angle acting really strange right now. You know, it kind of looks like a car driving on a dirt road kind of look. Cosmic ray density starting to spike back up, going up to about 100. Muon monitors also shooting back up, as you can tell here. All muon monitors spiking back up. There's a data hole right here. Something to look at. And MacBruno real-time data, after its huge drop from around 9,800, it's got down to about 8,800 and then shooting back up. Now it's about at 93 counts an hour. So go ahead and keep our eye on that as it spikes back up to where it's supposed to be, as everything seems to stabilize. 2.6 in Alaska, 4.3 Afghanistan. That's a rare quake. Another 4.8 Vanuatu and 4.9 Japan. Like I was saying from the other report, Alaska and Cali are rocking right now. And so is Indonesia. Those are a few spots we need to keep an eye on. You know, so over here they had a 3.6. There it is in Cali. Over here, starting to rock too. Chile, another place to watch. Over here, 5.3. Up here in Russia, 5.1. Japan, 4.9. Two 4.9s. There it is, Afghanistan, 4.3. It's not shown on this map now, but there was an earthquake here in the Atlantic as well. Maybe it shows it on RSOE. It's like a 4 something. No, that's not it. 4.4 Iceland. There we go. So there we go, folks, and shows you where the tropical storm is right now. And then let me go on ahead and show you A and F, show you the other quakes that they're not reporting, if it wants to load for me. Over here in British Columbia, a few other quakes. Keep our eyes on 4.4 at a 5-kilometer depth. Heart breathing is showing minor plasma penetration that happened, but it's back down again. So there you go, folks. And for the comedy video of the day, Dead Giveaway Heroes Charles Ramsey songified. I'm pretty sure you guys already seen it, but I thought it was hilarious. You know, a friend sent it to me on Facebook. So there you go, folks. Now the news I want to give you guys, it's kind of serious, and you know, okay, so remember that dude that I was telling you guys about, the guy that warned us, my inside source that warned us about the after the 7.4 in the Tonga region. He said there was going to be another large quake in the Pacific, and we had to worry about California because California was about to get a big quake as well. Well, then there was an 8.3 that was even higher before, and they downgraded it, and then California got the 5.7. Okay, and he warned about this, and they happened. Well, he's saying the reason it's happening, he's saying it's tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Supposedly up around Siberia and Russia, we're going to be hit with a 15-mile wide or kilometer wide asteroid that's following in with QE2. It's a piece of QE2. It's a damaged comet that has a moon, and he's saying that we're going to be hit by this object. And I went to verify with him, and he says, there's nothing I can do, I'm sorry, try to head to a cave, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, pretty much it's saying broken arrow something, something, and I'm going to try to get more information on this, and I'm going to make another video directly about this, okay? Because you already know the government's been trying to warn us about stocking up on food, and then you have this guy talking about a possible tsunami, mainstream media. It's like they're trying to warn us. You know what I mean? But they're not directly telling us. So I'm going to get more information and make another video about it, just in case, because it's always best to be safe than sorry. So much love to us all, and may God bless.